All right, we taking a look at the W King T11. This is a portable party speaker that is looking to be everything you need if you need to be out and about and you want some music. Now, I gotta give a big shout out to W King for sending this over. They actually sent it a few months ago and we started the initial review then, but sadly that was the last video that the Vangloria Cehova was able to be a part of. Drop those cookie emojis in the comments for the Vangloria Cehova. You know, she's always with us. But another reason that I'm shooting this video over again is that W King did a firmware update literally like 2 or 3 days after I shot that initial video. And I didn't have time to get to it until recently. I went ahead, updated the firmware. I can't do true A/B testing because it's months apart. The environment is different. So we're gonna do a fresh sound test so that you can hear it with the firmware update. But before we get into that, let's talk about the actual features. You get a 100-watt output power. This thing is waterproof. Has a 10.8 volt, 5200 milliamp hour battery. It has an aux input. It reads SD cards. You also get a USB playback. You can use TWS to pair this up with another device. It also has microphone and guitar input. It has DSP technology with extra deep bass, and you get all the RGB that you need. Now, before we turn this on, let's talk about actually carrying and using this monster. We had a birthday party balloon release for the Vangloria Cehova, and before the big DJ showed up with their equipment, I broke this out, and I gotta say, man, we'll get to it, but it was doing its job for what it was supposed to do. It's heavy, but it's not too heavy. You do get a handle built in, so you can kind of carry it. Having that built-in handle makes this a win. On the bottom here, there's nice solid rubber feet that keep it uplifted so that even when you have it standing up, that subwoofer on the bottom will be able to radiate. You'll be able to hear that around the speaker. Overall, this thing is built like a tank. You can definitely throw it in your trunk, throw it in the back of your whip, and take this with you wherever you need to go. On this back flap right here, which is thick, that way you can keep your water resistance if you keep that closed. You have a full-size mic or guitar input. I will hook up a mic to this so you can hear exactly what it does a little bit later on. You have 2 USB ports. You also have a small aux input right above the SD card slot. And you do have your power port to hook up the charging cable. Usually these larger speakers need a little more juice, so that's why they come with some sort of barrel style power connection. Up here on the top, you have an echo plus and minus, a guitar mic volume plus and minus rocker. You have a normal volume rocker. You have a play and pause button. You have your truly wireless speaker button that's gonna help you pair it up. LED button, and then you have your power button. Let's go ahead and turn it on so y'all can see this. Hopefully y'all can see that. Now you do get a lot of connectivity to this. You get the ability to plug in a USB thumb drive or another device by USB and play it off of this. You also get that SD or TF card input. You can just slide that in, load it up with songs, and then boom, you're ready to go. You also get aux input. It does have Bluetooth 5.3. Let's see what it pulls up on the phone. I'm not getting any other codecs, but this does have its own DSP or digital signal processor, so you can get your sound coming right off of this. Now they also have 2 different sound modes. One is a bass and one is a... Shout out to my battery dying right in the middle of that. Also shout out to the one and only Lena, AKA the puppy. She's over here chilling in the cut. Drop a puppy emoji in the comment if you've been seeing her. She over here resting, relaxing, as only a diva should. But what I was getting to is that there are 2 sound modes on here. One is a bass mode and one is a treble mode. I'm just gonna be honest, from my previous testing and recent testing, unless you just really wanna take this out and use it for speeches and podcasts, I would just leave it in the bass mode. What you're looking to get out of this is that party box, jam box mode where you're just listening to music, having a great time. Now we're gonna kick this to an actual sound test right now. As always, you're listening through my microphones, through YouTube's compression, through whatever device you're listening to. You're not gonna get the full understanding of what this speaker can do. All I want to do is give you a representation of how this sounds and what you should expect if you're looking to pick it up. On the other end, we'll go over everything and I'll let you know exactly how I feel.
So now I'm doing a microphone check. I simply have a Samsung Q2U plugged in by XLR running directly into the back of the speaker. Now you can control the microphone volume separate from the volume of the speaker with the microphone guitar volume knob. You can also adjust echo. So let's go ahead and turn that up a little bit. Microphone check. Now it sounds like, I got that nice echo reverb. Maybe you just want to add that effect onto your vocals, or we can go like all the way. Yeah, now I sound like I'm in a big hall and I'm talking to hundreds of thousands of people, because that's exactly what I would be doing. Let me go ahead and turn this down. They do give you that little sound to let you know when you've reached the furthest it will go, either up or down. Also, I haven't tried this yet, but you should be able to talk over music. All right, I got a beat in here from my brother, T-Mill, AKA Millitron. Let's go ahead and play that. Yeah, I could talk over this beat, and let me go ahead and turn the beat down. I turned the beat down. See, I can turn the beat down without affecting the volume of the microphone, and vice versa. I can turn the beat up, turn the microphone down. So now the microphone is off. Turn the microphone back up. Now that I am speaking over the beat. And let's add some effects. Yeah, so now you got the full effect. You're at the party. You got a little echo going on, the beat, the music is playing in the background. You're just trying to hype your friends and your folks up. Now you're feeling good, man. Let's go ahead and kick it to that sound test. Then we're gonna wrap it up in the end.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally. This is our time. Tonight. This is our time.
Soul chaser, you turn me on. Groove is your true nature, and it never gets hard enough for ya. You've been enchanting this heart of mine for the longest time. Slow dancer, you stun me up with all your romancing, and it's making me weak like no one else, like there's no one else in the world. I'm under your spell, baby. This is our time. The dance floor is jumping, move me tonight. Boy, you got something that makes me feel like I'm at the top of the world, spinning around and around. This is our time. The dance floor is jumping, move me tonight. Boy, you got something that makes me feel like I'm at the top of the world.
Now, real quick, let me jump in here. Earlier in the video, I mentioned about the sound modes, the bass mode and the treble mode. And I was saying, unless you plan on going out around folks and using this for podcasts, you might not want to use the treble mode. Well, I don't know what happened, if I was just tripping, remembering something that wasn't there from the first time I did the video, because I swore with that treble mode, they just kind of took all the sound away and focus strictly on the highs. But here, when I actually did the sound test again, I was quite surprised at how good it sounded in the treble mode. It actually was much cleaner and had more clarity, to where I thought the music sounded so much cleaner with more clarity and just overall better. Now, I will say, if you having a party, if you outside, if you just really want to get the most out of the speaker, you're probably going to want to keep it in that bass mode if you're listening to certain music, hip hop, rock, etc. But if it's just you or a small amount of people in a small room and you really want that clarity, you really want that music to sound the best, you might want to give that treble mode a try. But I'm gonna throw it back to myself so we can wrap this all up. All right, y'all, let me know what you thought about the sound down below in the comments. Now, like I said, I actually have real world experience where we used this out at an event. There were a bunch of people around, people talking, enjoying themselves, having fun, and listening to 90s R&B just like the Vanglorious C-Hova would have it. And we were having a great time. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. Now, I do like the fact that you get all those other features. If you want to pair this up and just have two party rocking speakers, you can do that. If you want to get on here with a guitar and plug that in and have your own personal jam, or even a mic playing some music and you freestyling, it really is up to you what you want to do. You got your echo in here so you can add a little more effects to it. You do got your RGB, and when you got your music going, it's a whole show, so you do get that aspect of it. Now, it's not a cheap speaker, but you're getting a lot here for the price. What I want to know is what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure to just leave me a message. We're going to be doing a question and answer video sometime soon. So if you do have any questions that you want to ask, leave them down below with the hashtag AskDookie. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and never forget to holla at your boy.